sort of our starting point to build out something further, because it was leftover wood from my miscalculation. But I knew we could do something with it. And so it just wasn't what I wanted. I did not want a bunch of metal pieces and things in the front that felt very distracting. Welcome to the DTC Concepts YouTube channel. I am Dan, always bringing you my take on design and real estate. If you could give us a like and a subscribe, I would appreciate it. And without further ado, I want to jump into my backyard kitchen. Now, this has been a long haul, and now this side of the yard is finished. I'm sure I'll do things in the future, but we are at a stopping point, and I couldn't be more excited with what I've done. So come on, let's take a look. Originally, this was just wide open, and way back when, the first thing I did was put up a pergola with my buddy Pete from Pete's Custom Creations. I loved the way it turned out, and it was sort of our starting point to build out something further. Next, we used leftover lumber that we had, and we created a prep table with just a plywood top. It was the same color as the pergola because it was leftover wood from my miscalculation. But I knew we could do something with it. And so I weighed the pros and cons of going with a prefab kind of setup. I think they're great in a lot of circumstances. It just wasn't what I wanted. I did not want a bunch of metal pieces and things in the front that felt very distracting. I didn't want something that felt cheap or that wouldn't last a lifetime, so I decided to do something custom. So without further ado, I'll walk you through what I've done here. So we painted this urban bronze, and this is a Sherwin-Williams color. However, it's in partnership with HGTV, so it's actually only sold at Lowe's. But I love it. It's got a lot of warmth to it, deep color. It's not black. I did not want this to be black. We already have black frame windows. Walked through the stone yard and just kept placing things next to it. And when we placed it against this, we knew this was the counter that we wanted to go with and the color combination that we needed. This was not white and plain on top, but it was still lighter, so it wouldn't take in a lot of heat. There'd be contrast and a lot of organic movement, and it just really ended up being the perfect pairing. So think about that when you're trying to put something together. Always bring samples, always put it next to something else, create your mood board, get everything together so you can get a really good look at how that finished product is going to be. We ended up using a honed porcelain, and we got this from Imperial Stone and Tile. I wanted something with a matte finish. I didn't want anything polished out here. We do have light that comes in. I didn't want it to bounce off. Love this. It's got a great feel to it. Since it is porcelain, it is indestructible. This will last a lifetime out here. And then, as you can see on the bottom, we've got it on wheels. This might not be everybody's taste. I might end up trimming out to sort of hide them a little bit, but I wanted this to be movable. We've got our gas line that comes out from the back of the wall here, or if I ever wanted to pressure wash or paint the house, I can easily move this if needed. On this side, it's sort of the cooking area. We ended up going with a 40-inch grill. Love it. It's absolutely fantastic. It has a rotisserie burner system I'll probably never use. To be honest, I haven't really grilled on this. Everybody else does, but it's great. And then next to it was the thing that I really wanted. This is a griddle. So we have already cooked bacon, pancakes, eggs, smash burgers, which is my favorite, onions for Dodger Day, and it's just wonderful. When I was first building this out, my wife didn't really see the purpose in this, and I said, you know what, just let me do it, because if we're spending all of the money, why not spend a little bit more and get this? And I will say, she has publicly thanked me and acknowledged that I was right. So I was pretty ecstatic, but love this thing. And then I knew once this was all set up, I needed something else. I had all of this wall space because I have a small window on this side because there is a closet behind here. And on the other side, I have got a very, very large window. So I wanted some balance, but not complete symmetry, which was always the goal with the house. And so we took leftover plywood, we double stacked it to give it the same look as the counter, painted it the urban bronze, and just did some simple connections here. And it just brings some height to the space. And then it also ends up feeling very much like a working kitchen, which I love. I've got things that we actually do use out here and a few decor items. And then we put out a set of knives and paper towels, which is really, really handy because the amount of times you end up needing a knife out here just to check something is pretty consistent. So I love it. I could not be happier. Maybe one day there'll be another furniture piece kind of in the center. Maybe we'll trim it out. I don't know, but for right now, I am done spending money on our outdoor kitchen, and I look forward to many years of watching somebody else cook back here. Well, kitchen's finished for now, but please, if you got any questions, drop it in the comments below. I can let you know where I purchased everything. If you'd also like to see how the living space of the backyard turns out, definitely subscribe, turn on your alerts. I'm gonna be back to show that finished product. And then who knows what I'm gonna do in my own home next, as well as our other client projects we have going on. So thank you for watching. Again, like and subscribe. Come on back and we'll show you some more design content.